Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 habits that I'm looking to quit in 2022. 2021 was a growth year for me, so I'm looking forward to bringing that momentum into 2022. For that to happen, I think there are some things that I need to stop doing. Now, usually when we think about New Year's resolutions, we think of all the good habits that we want to start doing, like going to the gym, eating more fruits and vegetables, or even going out on a weekly date night with our spouses. That's all well and good, but I find there's so much friction when it comes to starting new habits. And oftentimes, there's just not enough space or time to add a new habit into the routine. So in an attempt to level up for the new year without adding more onto my plate, I came up with 4 habits that I absolutely need to stop doing in 2022. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll share the habit that I stopped doing 7 years ago that has paid massive dividends throughout all areas of my life. The first habit that I'm going to stop doing in 2022 is sitting down all day. Like most people, I spend a lot of time on my laptop during the day, and I'm sitting down for most of it. Not only that, but I'm sitting right here on this couch with my laptop propped up on a TV dinner stand. If there's a word for the opposite of ergonomic, that basically describes my setup, and my back is really paying for it. The other thing about sitting is I have really bad posture, so even if I had this awesome desk and chair, I still tend to hunch over my keyboard. I think the best solution for me is a standing desk setup where I can alternate between sitting and standing throughout the day. Now that I have my camera, my light, my microphone, all I need is a standing desk to attach them to. The second habit that I want to stop in 2022 is doing things in my business without creating a process document. I have a virtual assistant that works alongside me for 20 hours per week, and I'm trying to get her to full time, but I don't have enough stuff for her to do. The main reason I don't have enough stuff for her to do is because I'm still doing a lot of things myself. However, there are so many things that I could hand off to her if I just created a process document on how to do it. So in 2022 and beyond, every time I do something new in my business, I'm just going to turn on my screen recorder and talk through what I'm doing so my assistant can build a library of process documents that she can refer back to whenever I ask her to do something. In the past month alone, December 2021, we closed on 3 properties and I didn't create a single process document. And my excuse was I didn't have time, which is ridiculous. Recording myself and talking through what I'm doing might add 5 or 10 minutes at the most. I want to get to the point where after I'm done negotiating the price of a house, my VA completely takes over the transaction. Ideally, she reaches out to the attorney, home inspector, tank sweep, vendor, lender, title company, creates the LLC, sets up a new business checking account, and then tells me where to send the money. That's sort of how I have it set up with the content creation. All I have to do is record the raw video, and she takes it from there. She edits it, publishes it, distributes it, chops it up, and promotes it. The third habit I want to stop doing in 2022 is passively watching TV or scrolling through my phone at night for hours on end. By the time Luna goes to sleep around 7 p.m., Dia and I turn into zombie vegetables. We put Luna down in her crib, walk to our bedroom, and throw ourselves into the bed. And for the next 2 to 3 hours, we're basically scrolling through our phones and watching Netflix. Now, there's nothing wrong with unplugging your brain after a long day, but sometimes I feel guilty about the amount of time I'm wasting in a vegetative state. I think I'd feel less guilty if I did some productive things that barely require any attention, like stretching, folding laundry, recapping my day, or even planning for the next day. Maybe even clean my bedroom, which is always a mess. More recently, I implemented a hard stop on screen time around 9 p.m. I put my phone away, pick up a book, and I'm typically asleep by 9:30, which makes it easier to wake up in the morning. The fourth habit that I want to get rid of in 2022 is stop binge eating at night. This is kind of embarrassing to talk about because I always preach health and fitness, but I have a serious addiction to sugar, and it's mainly a nighttime thing. I don't really eat anything indulgent throughout the day. I take my coffee black. For breakfast, I eat a turkey, bacon, egg, and cheese burrito. For lunch, it's yogurt and fruit. And for dinner, it's some sort of carb and protein like turkey bolognese or chicken and rice. But then while we're watching TV at night, I get this like devil on my shoulder that's just like, go eat all of the sugar you can. So then I go to the kitchen and then there's always something there. Sometimes it's leftover candy from Halloween. Sometimes it's Oreos. Sometimes it's like pie or cake that Dia will bring home from work. And usually it's some children's cereal like Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch that I bought while grocery shopping because it was on sale. Again, there's nothing really wrong with eating dessert, but I don't like to do it because I don't feel like I'm in control of the decision. I feel like it's a bad habit that I automatically execute every single night without even thinking about it. And then after I eat it, I feel guilty. And if I go overboard with the amount, which is usually the case, my sleep sucks and it's hard to wake up in the morning. It's just a downward spiral that happens like every single night. And it's kind of like when you drink too much on one weekend and you're like, oh my God, never again. And then the next weekend is even more lit. So here's my proposed solution. I'm still going to eat dessert every night, but hear me out. I'm going to limit myself to one of the following 2 items. The first thing is chocolate-covered Outshine bars or this healthy fudge bar from Costco. These are less than 100 calories, and they're enough for me to get my sugar fix. I also need to stop buying cereal on sale, and that really means I need to stop going to ShopRite and continue shopping at Trader Joe's and Costco. Finally, I need to tell Dia to stop bringing me leftover dessert from work. This whole idea of stopping 4 bad habits in 2022 was inspired by a decision I made 7 years ago on December 28th, 2014. That day was special for 2 reasons. First, December 28th is my wife's birthday. And second, 12/28/14 was the day my wife and I announced to my entire extended family that we were going to get married. My parents were hosting a Christmas party at their house, and immediately after the announcement, my dad invited all the guys down to the basement, and he opened up a bottle of Blue Label to commemorate the event. Before I took my first sip, I looked down at the glass and I was like, this would make for a great last drink. So going into 2015, I thought I'd give up drinking for the first 3 to 6 months, but I ended up giving it up altogether, and I never looked back. Not drinking can be socially awkward, but the long-term benefits far outweigh the costs. I'm hoping standing while I work, delegating repeatable tasks, staying productive while I veg out in front of the TV, and limiting my nightly sugar binge will compound over the next 7 years as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you want to watch another video like this from me, please check out the Q&A video that I did with my wife a few weeks ago. Finally, I put out a video like this every single week, so if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I don't want you to miss the next one. All right, peace.